Some people just say, it is summer, I will now do my containers. A lot of gardeners operate that way. And that's a fabulous way to do it because annuals are geared to give you joy for 4 or 5 months. Doesn't mean you're completely done when you plant them. Got a question for you. If you're doing, so right now let's concentrate on combination containers. And if you are putting together a combination container, how full do you want it to look when you're finished in that moment?
Absolutely stuffed.
Me too.
Stuffed. And I used to be very careful with spacing them out, give them plenty of room. And then a friend of mine who has a nursery here, Louisa Zimmerman Roberts, just watching her do her containers, which I envied every year, watching her put those together and just cram these plants in, and realize that they're with enough water and a good amount of fertilizer, they're going to be, and a good root run, which brings us to that idea of the size of your container. If you're doing this, if you're packing these plants full and you're doing it with a very small root run in a small, shallow container, you're going to be sad. You're going to come back. You're going to try and sue us. So we need to make sure that we have said a large amount of soil, staying proportional to the size of your arrangement. But that is really important because you do want all that filler. You want all that fluff, that flurf. You want all of these guys just absolutely in love with each other. That's the best way to say it. They are just embracing, they're fondling, they are having fun. And that's what you want. Along with maybe, okay.
Well, I was just going to say, over the course of the summer, you probably, besides water, you have to execute some jurisprudence or just editing. So, we had, and I try to do this for myself, but I don't really need to because I'm just not as into combination containers here. I do cheater stuff here at my new little garden, but there were a million combination containers full of happy annuals. And the instructions were, as I trained any new gardeners, it was take away a third. If it was an every 2 week, if it was an every week client, take away a fourth. So you're reaching into petunias, your deadheading zinnias. You're just taking things away, even if it's in full flower now, and the freedom of you can get rid of all the flowers if these clients have gone to the beach for 2 weeks. You edit and edit, and they come back to a really good show. And you could do that for yourself as a personal gardener. You can just wipe out all the flowers, give them to a friend, and you can do this for your borders too. It doesn't have to be a container. And you come back to fresh flowers. And fresh foliage, because we don't always just put flowers in containers, right? Sometimes foliage is the fabulous filler. Should I say filler? The stuff in the middle?
Yeah. Would it be? Well, it could work as a couple different things, depending on what it is. Like, for instance, some of my smaller containers, I love the edible Bright Lights chard, which is a gorgeous foliage. If it's looking good, I mean, you have to keep pinching those leaves off, but you can keep throwing them in salads, I guess. But you have those fantastic ribs that are different colors, and then you have that lusciousness of the leaf, and it becomes almost a focal point there in your containers. I think filler.
But they can, I mean, they're fabulous droolers. She does say drooler. It just popped in my head. Donna says droolers.
Droolers.
She's amazing. Okay. You can have some fabulous spillers that are just foliage, and one that we used all the time. Any sort of variety of the sweet potato vine. That's not a problem.
Oh, yes. Now, sweet potato vine, caveat. Fantastic plant. So many different cultivars at this point. You're on a real tight budget. You can just go down in late winter to your grocery store and you can make some slips and you can put those in your container just to have a spiller. And when I say make slips, I mean you put that sweet potato with little toothpicks like they taught you in school with an avocado over the top of a glass of water, letting it sit in that glass of water. And it's going to throw up these little, what are called slips, which are basically little baby plants. And then you cut them free with a little bit of the tuber of the yam. And then you stick those into soil and they grow. And that's a very cheap way to have some sweet potato vine in your containers if you don't want to pay for the Marguerite or the Treasure Island or some of the really wonderful ones they have.
What color would you get from your garden variety yam? What color
They're
plant?
just a very basic green. I would say I would not call them anything but just a regular green, but they do have that vigor. And if you have a deep enough container, you're going to get some pretty decent sweet potatoes out of it in the end.
Awesome.
Fully edible. But like I said, there are so many different ones, but this is a plant you've got to watch out for. It will eat your entire container. You must cut it back. Yeah, edit it back.
And it can go down the front porch steps and become a tripping hazard. I mean, it needs your attention over the course of the summer.